Hello! Greetings mga ka-spacers natin out there from Luzon, Visayas and Mindanao. And sa lahat po ng ating mga ka-spacers na nakatutok po ngayon worldwide and netwide, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. This is your ka-spacer and space commander, Sir Jun Cajigal. And welcome again to another of my personal vlogs. So in this vlog mga ka-spacers, we will use the app called Orbiter to simulate a guided tour of the solar system. So bibisitahin natin yung mga planets of the solar system using this computer application called Orbiter. So as we go through with this app called Orbiter, just imagine yourselves mga ka-spacers that you are on board a spacecraft and we will visit the planets of the solar system. So okay ba yan mga ka-spacers? So before we visit the planets of the solar system, please pakiusap ko lang po mga ka-spacers at bilang tulong nyo na rin po sa amin so that we could spread the good news of science and technology. Please like and share this video para makakating sa mga maraming tao so that we could reach more people. Lalong-lalo na po yung mga estudyante out there so that they would be engaged and they would be inspired to love the sciences. Lalong-lalo na po ang astronomy. And please follow us on our Facebook page, the Belan Society of Young Astronomers. Please follow us also on our Facebook page, the Sky Watchers Society of Las Piñas. And follow me on my Facebook page, the Science Guy Ka-Spacers channel. And may YouTube channel din po ako. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Science Guy Professor Jun Cajigal. Please click on that notification bell so that you will be updated on my future videos. So ayan po, sana tulungan niyo po kami para mapagpatuloy namin yung aming advocacy to share the telescope and to spread the good news of science and technology. Alright, so wag na tayo magpatumpik-tumpik pa and let us now board our spaceship and let us visit the planets of the solar system starting with Mercury. Now, this planet Mercury was named after the Roman messenger of the gods. And Mercury spins on its axis about 59 Earth days and revolves around the Sun once every 88 days. So tara na mga ka-spacers and let's visit the planet Mercury. Alright. So we are now on a close approach to Mercury and in a few minutes we will orbit the planet. Yan. So just imagine that you are on board the spaceship and we are orbiting the planet Mercury. Now the planet Mercury lacks an atmosphere. So ang implication po niyan that the side that faces the sun experiences temperatures as high as 420 degrees Celsius. And then the side in shadow goes down to about negative 173 degrees Celsius. And kung mapapansin po ninyo that the Mercurian surface resembles that of the moon kasi ang dami pong craters. Alright. So yung surface ng Mercury parang lunar surface po siya. Alright, so let's now proceed to the next planet in our solar system. So you are now viewing on screen the planet Venus. Alright, so the planet was named after the goddess of beauty and love, Roman goddess of beauty and love. Okay, so we are now in orbit around Venus. And Venus basically orbits the sun at an average distance of about 108 million kilometers and completes an orbit around the sun every 224 Earth days. And ang Venus para siyang Earth's twin pero in terms lang of size and mass. Kasi ang Venus is about 12,190 kilometers in diameter. Eh yung mundo natin kasi 12,756 kilometers in diameter. So halos magkalapit. No, that's why Venus is said to be the Earth's twin in terms of size and mass. And kung mapapansin ninyo, no, while we orbit Venus, that the Venusian atmosphere is really thick. No? Ang kapal ng Venusian atmosphere. The Venusian atmosphere is made up entirely of carbon dioxide, and since napakakapal ng kanyang atmosphere, the atmospheric pressure is 90 times that of the Earth. So para tayong nasa ilalim ng dagat, no? Siguro mga kasing lalim na ng Marianas Trench. So ganun kalakas ang pressure ng atmospheric pressure ng Venus. So para kayong nasa ilalim ng dagat kung nadunggay sa surface ng Venus. Right? And the Venusian atmosphere is made up mostly of carbon dioxide. Okay, yung clouds niya, ayan po, kitang-kita natin yung cloud cover niya. The Venusian clouds is made up of sulfuric acid. Acido. San pa kayo mga ka-spacers? So, anong implication nito since the Venusian atmosphere is made up mostly of carbon dioxide? So, the heat from the sun enters but hindi nakakalabas. Alright? On Venus, there is way too much carbon dioxide, and this creates, mga ka-spacers, what we call a runaway greenhouse effect. No? So, the planet never cools, so kulong yung init. Kasi ang carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, no? Parang dito rin sa mundo natin, no? Here on Earth, we also experience a greenhouse effect. Kaya lang kasi hindi naman ganun kadami yung carbon dioxide natin as compared to Venus. So, in Venus, there is what we call a runaway greenhouse effect. So, that makes Venus the hottest planet in the solar system. Surface temperature of Venus may be as high as 460 degrees Celsius. So napakainit, no? Itong runaway greenhouse effect natin. Alright, so the thick clouds of sulfuric acid that generates the strongest greenhouse effect creates surface temperatures of at least 462 degrees Celsius. This makes the Venusian surface hotter than Mercury. So ayan po. So iwanan na natin po ang Venus and let us now visit our own planet, ang mundo natin. Alright, so the Earth is the only planet in our solar system that harbors life. Pero syempre we are still continuing our search for life outside planet Earth. Okay, ayan po. So, bibisita lang tayo konti dun sa ating launch site sa Kennedy Space Center. Ayan, so imagine, no, yung spaceship natin ay papunta dun sa ating launch site sa Kennedy Space Center. So mga ka-spacers, please comment down below kung ano po yung inyong reactions or inyong mga comments about this simulation of our tour of the planets. And also kung may mga tanong po kayo about the planets or anything about astronomy, just type in your questions in our comment section below. So ayan po, no, ang mundo natin kasi is made up of 4 overlapping spheres. So we have the atmosphere that covers our planet. We have the lithosphere, that's the solid part of the Earth. Then we have the hydrosphere, yung liquid part ng mundo natin. And we have the biosphere, that's life on Earth. Alright, yan. So our spaceship now is cruising sa ating planeta. Ayan, so makikita nyo yung mga bodies of water and yung mga land masses niya. Alright? Okay, so the Earth is orbited by the Moon, which is our only natural satellite. Ayan po, so nakikita nyo ngayon on screen yung ating buwan. Alright, so diba fascinating po yan mga ka-spacers. Okay, so parang Mercury. 'Di ba ang surface ng Mercury, marami ring craters, parang buwan kasi Mercury lacks an atmosphere, the same thing with our moon. So the moon lacks an atmosphere, so the surface of the moon is not protected from meteorite, asteroid bombardment. And makikita nyo, isang damakmak na craters, no? Ang nasa buwan. Right? And makikita nyo may mga dark patches. Those dark patches are lunar plains or Marias. The word Maria is the Latin for seas or dagat. Kasi nga early sailors, early astronomers thought na yung mga dark patches na yan were bodies of water. Kaya pinangalan niya na Maria or Mare. Like the famous Sea of Tranquility, no? Mare Tranquilitatis, kung saan po naglanding yung Apollo 11. So ayan po, this is an example of lunar plane, yung Mare. Yan, or Seas Maria. No, but walang ano yan, no? Hindi yan body of water. Yung mga dark patches na yan are actually solidified pools of ancient basaltic lava. Pero we are not erasing the possibility no na may tubig sa buwan. And siguro in the near future, iaano natin yan through future lunar missions like itong Artemis. Okay? So maglalanding po sila sa South Pole ng buwan. Baka merong madiscover na water dyan, no, that is contained underneath the lunar surface. Ayan. So ito po yung tinatawag natin na Earthshine. Ayan po. Ito yung kinuna ng picture ng Apollo 8, no, when they orbited the moon. So ito yung tinatawag na Earthshine. So napakaganda po, di ba? At malayo po yung mundo natin sa buwan. It would take around 30 Earths, no, to cover that distance between the moon and the Earth. Alright. So comment down below kayo mga spacers kung ano pong inyong nararamdaman, kung inyong mga reactions or comments about nakikita nyo ngayon na Earthshine. Okay. And for your information mga ka-spacers, yung distansya ng mundo natin at ang buwan, all the planets can fit, no, in that distance between the moon and the Earth. So ganyan kalayo ang mundo natin sa buwan. Alright? Kasi di ba pag sumisilip po tayo sa kalawakan, even through a telescope, akala natin malapit ang yung buwan. Pero malayo po. Actually, it took about 3 to 4 days for the Apollo spacecraft just to reach the moon. No? 3 to 4 days. So, malayo po yan. No? Malayo talaga. So, ilang araw din nagbiyahe yung Apollo. Yung speed ng Apollo parang kasing bilis na ng bullet. No? Napakabilis. Pero 3, 4 na araw sila nakarating sa buwan. So, ganyan po kalayo. It will take about 30 Earths. Biro nyo, 30 na mundo natin na mag-fit dun sa orbit, no? Yung distance between the moon and the Earth. And lahat po ng planeta, isama na natin yung Pluto, though Pluto is not a major planet, kakasya dun sa distance, no? Between the moon and the Earth, and may konting space pa. So, ganyan po kalayo ang ating buwan. Alright? Ayan, so imagine yourselves, no, orbiting the moon. Ayan, kagaya na itong spaceship na to. Okay, yan. Makikita nyo yung mga dark patches. Yung mga dark patches ulit yan are lunar plains or Marias. Then yung mga bright areas of the moon are lunar highlands and impact craters. Alright, mga ka-spacers, and isa sa mga paborito kong crater ng buwan pag sumisilip ako sa telescope is the Copernicus crater. The Copernicus crater is about 93 kilometers across and about 3 kilometers deep. So napakalaki po. Ang isa pang magandang crater na obserbahan using the telescope is the Tycho crater, named after Tycho Brahe. Alright, it has a diameter of about 85 kilometers and about 4 kilometers deep. Ayan po, Tycho crater. And lalo na pag full moon, no? Ang pag inobserbahan nyo yung Tycho crater, marami kayong makikita mga radiating white lines along the rim. So ang tawag po dyan ay rays or ejecta created when that asteroid bombarded the surface of the moon. Then maraming tinapon na lunar material creating those rays. Actually, ganun din ang Copernicus crater. Ang Copernicus crater ay may mga rays din. No? Kikitang-kita yan pag waxing gibbous and pag full moon. Pero magandang obserbahan ang Copernicus crater pag pag gibbous phase. Alright. Okay, mga ka-spacers. So again, samahan niyo po ko as we visit the planets and even the moons of the solar system. Alright, so comment down below po kung anong inyong nakaramdaman or reactions or comments. Then kung may mga tanong po kayo, just type in your comments in our comment section below. Alright, so iniwanan natin yung buwan and let us now visit the next planet, which is Mars. And po, so you are now viewing on screen the planet Mars. Okay, Mars is about in terms of its diameter, it's about 1/2 of the Earth's diameter. Okay? Alright. And ang very interesting about the planet Mars, yung kanyang yung axis, yung angle ng axis niya is 25 degrees. Yung mundo natin, yung angle ng axis ng mundo natin is 23.5 degrees. Halos similar. So ibig sabihin yan that Mars exhibits seasons similar to Earth. Pero yung seasonal changes niya ay makikita dun sa growth and shrinking of the polar ice caps. And the Martian atmosphere is very thin and it is composed mostly of carbon dioxide. Pero sa Mars walang runaway greenhouse effect kasi napakanipis ng atmosphere niya. Unlike Venus, diba? Ang kapal-kapal ng atmosphere ng Venus. So talagang may runaway greenhouse effect ang Venus. And yung rotation ng Mars sa kanyang axis is 24 hours and 40 minutes, similar to Earth, no? Kaya very interesting itong planetang ito. Alright? Ayan, and maraming mga features sa Martian surface. Like yung Olympus Mons, okay, and yung Valles Marineris. I think nadaanan na natin yung Valles Marineris. And yung Martian surface ay reddish, no? Kaya tinawag na Mars from the Roman god of war. Kasi nga yung surface, yung soil is composed of oxides, no? Gas, kalawang. Alright. Okay. And Mars is orbited by 2 moons. Ayan, ito. Isa sa mga moons is Phobos. Alright, Phobos. The other moon is Deimos. Ngayon kung mapapansin po ninyo, itong dalawang buwan na ito, Phobos and Deimos, and I think this is Phobos. Hindi siya spherical, no? Hindi bilog, parang potato-shaped moons ito. And many astronomers believe na itong dalawang buwan na ito, Phobos and Deimos, may have been captured asteroids from the asteroid belt. Kasi di ba ang Mars malapit sa asteroid belt? Okay, right now you are viewing on screen Deimos. Ayan, di ba? Halos yung dalawang yan, yung Phobos and Deimos. Para siyang, hindi siya spherical, no? Potato-shaped moons ang dalawang ito. Alright, Phobos is in the inner orbit, yung Deimos medyo malayo. Alright? Okay. So again, many astronomers believe na itong dalawang buwan ng Mars, Phobos and Deimos, again, they may have been captured asteroids. Alright, from the asteroid belt. Okay, ayan po, no? May mga craters din ang Deimos, no? So nakikita natin sa app na ito called Orbiter. By the way, mga ka-spacers, no, we are using this computer application called Orbiter. Ayan, simulation ito ng bisita sa mga planets of the solar system. Alright, mga ka-spacers. Okay, so we are now leaving Mars and 2 moons of Mars. So we are now in close approach of our next stop in our guided tour of the solar system. Nakalampas na po tayo sa asteroid belt. Imagine niyo, nakalampas na tayo sa asteroid belt. And nakikita niyo no, the planet Jupiter. Ayan, named after the Roman supreme god, Jupiter. And Jupiter has a mass that is 2.5 times greater than the mass of all the planets in the solar system combined. Okay, and we are now visiting one of the moons of Jupiter. So this is Io. And so kung mapapansin po ninyo, Io is quite an interesting moon. Yellowish yung kanyang surface, no? So sulfur yan at sulfur. Walang masyadong craters, and yung bumisita po yung Voyager, nakita ng Voyager na meron siya palang 400 plus active volcanoes. No, may mga volcanoes na nag-i-erupt, making Io one of the geologically active moons in the solar system with more than 400 active volcanoes. Alright, next we have Europa. Okay, this is Europa, one of the Galilean moons din yan. Io is one of the Galilean moons. Europa is also one of the Galilean moons. And kung mapapansin niyo, Europa is covered with water ice. Ayan, puting-puti siya, water ice yan as observed by Voyager. And kung water ice yan, many astronomers believe na beneath that solid ice is liquid water. So Europa is a candidate for the existence of life because we know that the search for water is the search for life outside the solar system is the search for water. Baka may tubig sa ilalim ng icy sheet of Europa. Okay, so you are now viewing on screen Ganymede. Ganymede is the largest moon in our solar system. Mas malaki pa yan po sa Mercury. Okay, and Ganymede is a heavily cratered moon. Alright. Okay, and yan, may mga grooves and ridges. And lastly, we have Callisto, again one of the Galilean moons. So 4 yan, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. And kung mapapansin nyo, Callisto is also a heavily cratered moon. Yeah, the surface of Callisto is heavily cratered and it's extremely old. Okay, so ayan po no, imagine niyo that we are on a flyby approach to Callisto and even yung mga Galilean moons na binisita natin kanina. Alright, so let us now leave the Jupiter system and let us now proceed to the next planet, which is Saturn. So ayan mga ka-spacers, we are now on a close approach to Saturn. Ayan, again we are using this app mga ka-spacers called Orbiter. Ayan, no? Okay, Saturn orbits the Sun at an average distance of 1.4 billion kilometers. And just like Jupiter, the atmosphere is composed of hydrogen, helium, methane, ammonia. And the density of Saturn is very, very low. Pwede nga lumutang eh. Saturn can float literally in a gargantuan sea kasi napakababa ng density niya. Okay, so napakalayo na po natin from Earth. Right, so imagine niyo pag sinisilip natin ang Saturn sa telescope, you can imagine yung travel ng light, no? So, ganyan po kalayo. Kaya ako'y nahihiwagaan eh. Alright, and Saturn is orbited by the following moons like ito. This is Mimas, one of the moons of Saturn. Alright. Okay, this is Enceladus, and just like Europa mga ka-spacers, Enceladus is covered with water ice. So many astronomers believe na Enceladus may harbor life kasi again beneath that icy sheet may be liquid water. And yung nakita ng Cassini-Huygens, may mga geysers, no, may mga bumubugang parang tubig, no, sa surface ng Enceladus. So maraming naniniwala na Enceladus may contain water, and alam niyo naman, the search for life outside Earth is the search for water. Ayan, pag may tubig baka may microbial life. Right, this is Tethys, again one of the moons of Saturn. Alright, so comment down below mga ka-spacers kung anong inyong mga comments or reactions or even questions. Alright, so this is Tethys, one of the moons of Saturn. Fascinating, isn't it, mga ka-spacers? Alright, this is Dione or Dione, again one of the moons of Saturn. Ayan, so kung meron kayong anak at gusto nyong ipangalan yung anak niyo sa any astronomical terms, maganda mga pang Dione. Diba? Kung lalaki naman, Mimas. Alright, o kaya Europa. Alright, so that's Dione, one of the moons of Saturn din. Okay? Yung latest mission was the Cassini-Huygens, kaya lang wala na, nag-crash yung Cassini-Huygens sa Saturn. Okay, matagal din nag-orbit, no? Or nag-stay ang Cassini-Huygens sa Saturn. Alright, this is Rhea. Walang pangalan to ng kung may anak kayo na hindi pa gusto yung ipangalan sa any astronomical terms. Rhea, yan, maganda yan. Alright, so nakikita niyo may mga craters din pala itong moon na to, no? Rhea, also one of the moons of Saturn. Okay, so very interesting indeed mga ka-spacers, no? Ayan, no? And this is Titan. Titan is the largest moon of Saturn. And very interesting tong Titan. Do you know why mga ka-spacers? Titan is the only moon in the solar system that has an atmosphere. Alright? Titan is the only moon known to have a dense atmosphere. And the atmosphere of Titan is composed of nitrogen. Parang yung mundo natin, di ba? Yung atmosphere ng Earth is also composed mostly of nitrogen. Okay, and oxygen. Etong Titan, nitrogen siya. And naglanding po yung Huygens space probe sa Titan. At marami siyang nakita like methane lake. Yan yung mga bato ibilog. So that means baka may liquid sa Titan. But hindi liquid water but liquid methane. Alright. Okay, and here is another moon of Saturn. Iapetus, also one of the moons of Saturn. Pero very interesting talaga yung Titan. Kasi Titan is the only moon in the solar system that has a dense atmosphere. Right? And marami ring naniniwala na Titan may harbor life. Kasi methane dito sa Earth may mga nabubuhay na microorganisms na they can survive in a methane environment. Alright, so let us now leave the Saturn system and let us now approach Uranus. Ayan. Ang pronunciation ko dyan ay Uranus, hindi Uranus. Kasi napakabantot na Uranus. Alright, Uranus was discovered by William Herschel in 1781. Ayan. Okay, Uranus revolves around the Sun once every 84 Earth days. Wow. Okay, its distance from the Sun is 3 billion kilometers. Grabe. No? Okay. And meron din siyang rings. Actually, Jupiter may rings din yan. Saturn may ring system. Itong Uranus may ring system din yan. Okay. Alright, and nakikita nyo on screen is one of the moons of Uranus. This is Miranda. Miranda is heavily cratered. Right? Ayan, very interesting tong Miranda. Alright. Okay, this is Ariel, also one of the moons of Uranus. Ayan, that's Ariel. Ayan, so, and ayan mga ka-spacers. That's Ariel. Parang Ariel sa My Little Mermaid. Okay, Ariel. Ayan. Alright, Ariel has the brightest surface of the largest moons of Uranus. Okay, and kitang-kita naman through the surface feature may geologic activity. This is Umbriel. Okay, dark. Crater din yung surface niya. No faults or signs of surface activity. This is based on the observations of Voyager. Actually, Voyager pa lang po yun nakakabisita sa Uranus. Alright? Ayan. So, Uranus and Neptune, yan, the only spacecraft that ever visited them were the Voyager space probe. Alright. This is Titania. Titania actually is the largest moon of Uranus. And you're now viewing on screen Oberon. Cold, inactive, cratered surface. Alright. And so those are the largest moons of Uranus. Alright, and next we have Neptune. Ito. Ayan. Actually, yung apat na giant planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and even Neptune, yung kanyang atmosphere again is composed of hydrogen, helium, methane, and ammonia. And Neptune was discovered in 1846 by J.C. Adams and U.J. Leverrier. Okay? And just like the rest of the giant planets, Neptune's atmosphere is composed primarily of hydrogen and helium, along with traces of methane and ammonia. And may rings din po siya. No? Faint lang yung rings niya. So yung apat na gas planets may ring system. Even Jupiter, kasi akala natin walang rings in Jupiter. Alright? Alright, so this is Triton, one of the moons of Neptune. Ayan. And Proteus, also one of the moons of Neptune. Proteus, parang that reminded me of amoeba. Scientific name of the amoeba is Amoeba proteus. Alright, kasi Neptune is the Roman god of the sea, di ba? Ang counterpart niya sa Greek mythology is Poseidon. Alright, this is Nereid. Alright, very interesting tong Nereid because Nereid exhibits a highly eccentric orbit. Yan, alright mga ka-spacers. So there you have it. Yan po yung ating quick guided tour of the solar system. Marami pong salamat sa inyong pagtutok sa ating vlog na ginamit natin tong orbiter application para mabisita natin yung mga planets of the solar system. So bago po tayo magtapos mga ka-spacers, again bilang tulong ninyo po sa amin to allow us to continue to spread the good news of science and technology, please follow us, like and share this video para makarating sa maraming tao, lalong-lalo na po yung mga estudyante. So please follow us on our Facebook page, the Vedan Society of Young Astronomers. Follow us on our Facebook page, the Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. And follow us on our Facebook page, yung aking Facebook page, The Science Guy Ka-Spacers TV. And meron din po akong YouTube channel, The Science Guy, Professor June Cajigal. Please like and subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you would be updated on our future videos. So marami pong salamat. And sana marami po kayong natutunan kahit actually itong lesson na ito about the tour of the solar system. Minsan inaabot ako ng 3 linggo dito pero in-squeeze po natin ng ilang minuto. And marami rin akong information about the planets na hindi nabanggit. So pagpapasensya nyo na lang po kasi ano lang naman to, this is just a simulation na kunyari nakasakay po tayo sa spaceship at binibisita po natin yung mga planeta. Alright, so marami pong salamat This is your Spacer and Space Commander, Sir Jun Cajigal, saying live long and prosper. And always remember mga ka-spacers to always keep your space. Alright, yan. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of Sir Jun Cajigal. Okay, marami pong salamat. Again, like and share po sa ating video. Bye-bye! Yan, enjoy niyo po yung music kasi gusto ko po yung music na yan. Right, so imaginein po yan. Ito yung buwan. No? Galing. Like and share po tayo. Shout out din pala sa aking mga estudyante from 11 STEM 1 to 11 STEM 4. Marami pong salamat din. Shout out sa mga volunteers ko from the Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. Shout out sa mga officers ko of the Vedan Society of Young Astronomers. And shout out pa sa inyong lahat na nakikinig po ngayon sa akin. Thank you!